Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the AEW Unmatched 8 Buddy Matthews figure from Jazwares. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and yeah, when Jazwares nails it, they nail it. I know I've said that before in AEW reviews, but it very much applies here, because, I mean, I think they just really hit it out of the park here. I mean, really the perfect mold slash buck for Buddy, like, just that looks exactly like his physique. The likeness we have for the face is like spot on, you know, maybe softened a bit, but I wouldn't say this looks cartoony. I would say that, like, you know, if someone repainted this with, you know, some more shading and stuff like that, I think it would be a like spot on representation of him. And not only that, I do appreciate that they did actually kind of go in, and you can see that the hair looks like it's, you know, not completely covering his head as it doesn't, because he has an undershave. And really good work here. I think it's a fantastic detail. And not only that, I mean, speaking of details, we have all the eyelets on the pants painted as well, nice and crisp as well as to that. We have the patch that says Matthews here. We got all the stitching painted in. Same with the knee pad where we have the House of Black symbol. And you see all the white stitches around it as it is on the actual knee pads. There's fantastic work there. Some really nice texture work going on here for the kick pads. Just amazing stuff. And I really like that they kind of did this kind of glued on overlay for the way he has his pants, where it kind of looks a little tattered. Just really good work. So all around, just a really fantastic looking figure. A nice loadout of accessories here. So let's jump right in. And for hands, right out of the box, we do get a pair of kind of relaxed grappling splayed out hands, however you want to use them. It is nice that the right hand actually has the wraps sculpted on, not on the arm though, which is kind of a weird omission, but I mean, again, you know, cost saving where you can. So it still looks effective, especially from like pretty much any distance, except on close scrutiny. So there's that. Then we get a pair of fists, and, you know, obviously we've seen these fists a million times. And, you know, this time we do not get the sculpt there on the right hand. So a little sad, but again, you know, not something you're going to notice from a distance. Then we get two different head sculpts. So we do get the unmasked one that we just looked at before. Again, just really love the way they did that. And then we have his entrance mask, and sculpt is fantastic. It looks like it lost a little in the molding and the paint. I don't know, maybe if they put a gloss over it or something, it just seems to kind of lose the detail that it has in real life. And again, it's not going to be one-to-one. I totally appreciate that. But I don't know, there's something about the quality of this look that seems to kind of get lost here. And you know, that's a little unfortunate, but it still looks badass, especially when the whole entrance gear is put together. Speaking of which, our last accessory is his entrance cloak. And fantastic work here in terms of the sculpt, all the fabric, and the you know, his whole entrance look is definitely more of an organic kind of deal. And I really like the way they did that. So you got the rib cage with all this kind of stuff coming off of it. No details painted in there, but the sculpt is definitely there. Then we get the buckles down here that are, you know, not painted. They just go right over that, which is kind of nice. Then we get the back with the spinal column, just really cool looking. Fits over the figure pretty much perfectly. So just, yeah, really good accessories. Articulation balance here are also fantastic. So as you can see, freestanding kicks, no problem. And, you know, it's something that I've had, even him standing straight, I kind of had slight issues just because of the way the feet are rounded. But yeah, that kick actually didn't take too much to get into. That's always nice. For the finer points, head is hinge and ball hinge, as we have with the whole line. So we do get a little bit of up. We don't run into the back of the neck or the back of the head sculpt too much. We do get some nice down. Not really any room for tilt, but we do get rotation. Come to the shoulders, coming into a perfect T. These have loosened up a bit, but you can hear we got that heavy ratcheting coming back. We do have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows bring us to there. Do have hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. Then we get our ball joint at the diaphragm, ball joint at the waist, giving us fantastic crunch and like amazing arch back. and even a little bit of side to side and rotation from both of those joints as well. Get down to the hips and almost full splits. Beautiful. Front kick, not perfect, but definitely, up there. It's serviceable. We do get some thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bring us to about there because of the knee pads. We do get some boot cut. Actually, wow, it's not moving. There we go. So there we go. So the boot cut, we get really, really nice point. Get kind of a single half click forward for that, and then some excellent rocker. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with the rest of what we have for the House of Black, with some other AEW figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with Articulate Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Velaverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the AEW Unmatched 8 Buddy Matthews figure from Jazwares is that this figure absolutely rules. This is a top tier AEW figure, unmatched, unrivaled, any of that. Yeah, they absolutely knocked it out of the park here. I think it absolutely, if you're a Buddy Matthews fan, if you're a fan of House of Black, definitely pick this up. It's such a good figure. It's really fun to articulate. They nailed the likeness. Awesome. So unfortunately, the only place to pick this up online is Ringside. That's the only place to pick up any of this Jazwares stuff. Jazwares AEW figures, which is unfortunate. I hope that does change in the future. But it is also showing up on pegs in both Targets and Walmarts as we speak. So happy hunting, or I'll have the link to the Ringside listing in the description below. So that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, of course, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's escape this world for a while. Talk about some awesome plastic. And at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. Hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.